Yes, I got here because at 18, it's in my career, I tore my rotator cuff, and it was my first college appearance in JUCO. I mean, I was a really undersized, underdeveloped kid at the time, and I had a lot of mobility issues, led to a lot of bad mechanics, and tore the rotator cuff. I mean, and I knew it was happening. I was taking a lot of painkillers to try to avoid it, but it happened, and then that was in 1995, and then the doctors were pretty much every one of them was like, "You don't have enough college eligibility to come back from such a bad injury," and they were probably right, but I just didn't give up, and I'm a very stubborn, hard worker, so I just didn't want to quit. I wanted to learn from it. And long story short, got myself back, learned everything that built Top Velocity eventually, and got in. At 26, I walked on an indie ball field in California and, sat low to mid 90s and played a couple of years, played in Europe. And then I was around 30 and I was like, yeah, well, that's probably a good career at this point. I wanted to really coach it at that point. I just felt like most of the time I was sitting on the teams in indie ball and in Europe, all the guys wanted me to coach them. Even the coaches wanted to sit down and really talk about my methods and things that I had learned and understand. And so I really I transitioned into a coach at that point and put all this online and my methods and my training methods, because I had some really unique and different biomechanical approaches. I had some very different lifting approaches. A lot of it's controversial. And then, really quick, I wound up consulting with major league teams and using my evaluation systems in their scouting departments, and then just kept working with guys, and I've worked them with all levels, and that's where I am today. So